Hey, it's Danny from Carp Global, and we're just down by the water's edge, and I just quickly want to show you this little two-rod setup that I'm currently using. And we've got the Aqua Atom retractable rods, which are amazing in 10 foot, and you can see in this swim we actually have to wade right out past my little marker that I've got stuck up out of the water, quite a way out there to wade out, and then you can cast without the trees. So these little rods, perfect for this kind of fishing. So when you do get a fish on and you're wading out, you've not got as much rod sort of sticking up into the trees with the shorter rod, which is amazing. And you can carry these in a short pack down hold all, which we've got as well. But the setup is something that I've really enjoyed using and highly recommended. Got the wolf alarms there, all on Jag 316 stainless, which is very well made and something that will last you a lifetime. Got the awesome little rod lockers at the back. Just press the button and your rod is released, which is kind of cool. And again, all of this stuff from Jag. Got the Safeliners on there as well, the little indicators. You can change the colour of the little inserts, you can change the colour of the inserts on your lockdowns, on your backrests, and these come in different sizes. Wolf alarms, and behind the alarms you might be able to see we've got the little Jag stainless snag ears as well. So all kitted out with Jag, highly recommended. We do have the stabilizer as well, but I left it in the bag, no need for it on this session. Rods always set with the tips sort of splayed apart, and really important, you see a lot of folks who mix up the buzz bars and they put the narrow buzz bar on the front and the wider buzz bar on the back, and they end up with the rods sort of pointing in together. You don't want to do that. You want your rods set apart like that, so there's always more distance between the rod tips than there is at the back end where the handles of the rods are. And you do that to make sure you've got enough distance between the tips, just in case you do get a vicious take and a fish is kiting, and also it makes it more neat, more tidy, and makes you more effective as an angler. Another little tip, always have your bobbins at the same height, super important. So if you do get a drop back or a small indication, you can see the difference instantly. If you've got them all set at different heights, what's going to happen is you're never going to know if one's moved, and you'll be like, has that moved, has it not? But if they're all set at the same height, you'll be able to see one's dropped down because the other one or the other two are in the same position where you know they were set. Reels always have the handles in the same position, and some people think, oh, you know, that's just trying to be, you know, make it look nice and all the rest of it. There's a reason for that. Your hand always goes to the same place when you're picking the rod up, and you're not going to risk losing the fish because you know, you make a mistake, you think the handle's in one place and it's not. So handle's always in the same place, and the bail arm, the line roller, always at the top of the spool, so you've got unhindered line going all the way through to the alarm. If this was down at the bottom, you're creating strange angles on the roller in the alarm. You see a lot of people do that, so they've got the handles in all different places, rollers in all different places, rods are pointing together. You know, they're not thinking about what would happen if the rod pulled to one way or the other. By getting everything, you know, locked down, you just pull this little elastic over the rod and it sort of clips in on the other side. As I said, you just press the button and you can release your rods. But having everything locked down, everything set out in the same way every time you go fishing, means that you're more effective, you're more able to jump on that rod and know that everything's in the same place. You're not guessing, especially in the dark. So everything's in the same place, everything's unhindered. There's nothing going to prevent your alarm from going off, and nothing going to make line get stuck or anything like that. Everything's nice and neat, everything's nice and tidy, and that's how you should be set up. Think about what's above you, making sure that you can cast, and if you do have to wade out, obviously do that safely. Make sure you can wade, make sure that that's allowed in your club rules, and make sure that you do test the bottom for silt patches, etc. You don't want to be going down into the silt, especially if you are fishing on your own. So stay safe, set your things up nice and neat so everything's in the same place. Hopefully you get one in the net, and with that in mind, always keep your net in range, and make sure you think, if I do get a fish, how do I get the net? What do I need to do in this swim? I need to put my waders on first, so I've got my waders at hand as well. You've got to think, what am I going to do when I get a fish? How am I going to get it to safety? How am I going to unhook the fish safely? And more importantly, how am I going to stay safe so I don't fall in the water, I don't slip, I don't hurt myself, and then that's game over, right? So stay safe, get yourself set up nice and neat. Hopefully get yourself the best setup that you can afford, because it really makes a difference. And I'll see you on the bank soon. It's Danny from Carp Global in Preston. Bye bye.